Continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are at the introduction. Lord Krishna is specifically descends specifically to re-establish the real purpose of life when man forgets that purpose. Even then, out of many, many human beings who awaken, there may be one who actually enters the spirit of understanding his position. And for him, this Bhagavad Gita is spoken. So we can see actually very, very few people are interested to understand what's the truth. Very few people. And then out of these few people who want to understand the truth, there will be maybe only one who can try to actually understand the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, we are all swallowed by the tigress of nations, but the Lord is very merciful upon living entities, especially human beings. To this end, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita, making his friend Arjuna his student. So Krishna is merciful. We keep forgetting him, but he keeps coming again and again to remind us what's the truth, to teach us what is the truth, to show us what is the truth. And not only he comes himself, but he sends his pure devotees also to tell us about the truth. Being an associate of Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above all ignorance, but Arjuna was put into ignorance on the battlefield of Kurukshetra just to question Lord Krishna about the problems of life so that the Lord could explain them for the benefit of future generations of human beings and chalk out the plan of life. Then man could act accordingly and perfect the mission of human life. So it's not that Arjuna was in ignorance. He is a pure devotee of the Lord. He's a personal associate of the Lord. So he understands what his position is. He understands what Krishna's position is. But he's just put into illusion. Why is he put into illusion? So that the Bhagavad Gita could be spoken. And why the Bhagavad Gita needed to be spoken? For us, so that we could get lessons from it. Because Krishna knew Kali Yuga is starting and we would be so misguided. And that's the reason he left behind Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Arjuna was put into ignorance, so Arjuna could ask Krishna these questions, on our behalf. Similarly, Parikshit Maharaj was put into that situation where he put the snake in around the neck of the Shamik Rishi. Otherwise, a pure devotee of the Lord will never act that way. But it was just done in a manner so that one was because Krishna wanted Parikshit Maharaj to go back home. It was time for him to go back home. And second, so that Bhagavatam could be spoken for our benefit. The subject of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of 5 basic truths. So Bhagavad Gita, what does Bhagavad Gita deal with? It deals with 5 topics. And these topics are basic truth. First of all, the science of God is explained, and then the constitutional position of the living entities, jivas. There is Ishvara, which means the controller, and there are jivas, the living entities, which are controlled. So the first topic of Bhagavad Gita is it speaks about God, Supreme Lord, who is God, what is his position? And second, it speaks about the living entities, the jivas, who are there and what is their position. And so Ishvara, the Supreme Lord, he's the controller, and the living entities are the controlled. If a living entity says that he's not controlled, but that he's free, then he is insane. Now, we all think that we are free. We all think that we are not controlled. That's the reason we are here in this material world, Because we think we are not controlled, we are put in this material world to realize, to come to our senses that what's happening. The living being is controlled in every respect, at least in his conditioned life. So in the Bhagavad Gita, the subject matter deals with the Ishvara, the supreme controller, and the jivas, the controlled living entities. We always think we are not controlled. We are free. We are free to act as we like, when we like, what we can do, I can do. We are controlled. We never chose which species of life to be born in, where should we be born in, which planet, and which family, or which gender, which country. No, we are forced. And the same way, when we have to leave this body, we can't say, no, please wait, come after 2 hours, come after 2 years, come after 20 years, to whoever's going to come and pick us up, you know. We can't say that. No, when it's time to leave, we are forced to leave. And then we still think that we are independent. Prakriti, material nature, and time, the duration of existence of the whole universe, or the manifestation of material nature, and karma, activity, are also discussed. So Bhagavad Gita speaks about God, the living entity, Prakriti, the material nature, and speaks about time, Kal, and karma, activity. The cosmic manifestation is full of different activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are, what Prakriti is, what the cosmic manifestation is, how it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are. Any questions or comments? No? Then we can stop here for today. Thank you so much for joining in. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Shla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanand.